Turbo Turnup Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now. It's Turbo Turnup Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now. It's Turbo Turnup Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now.
Hello, YouTube. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel and X and whatever other media you're watching from. And it's the turbo turn up time. Turbo, turbo, turbo. And like I was saying previously, turbo is on the verge of a 100, maybe 150x. I would say higher, but I don't want to gas you guys up too much. So as we see, Bitcoin is moving up, right? Once Bitcoin does that move up and hits that over 100K, people are going to sell the Bitcoin, right? People have been holding that Bitcoin for a long time, waiting to get back over 100K. And I'm not sure if you guys are new to crypto or if you've been here a while, but when people sell, most of the time people don't cash out, guys. It's an FYI there. They're going to move it to other coins, which means they're going to move it to altcoin, which will officially start the altcoin season. So I'm not sure how things are going and what's going on, but if there is no Black Swan event, Bitcoin hit 100K, people start selling at 100K, they're going to start to migrate back over to altcoins. And when they do, what do you think the top altcoin currently is? I'm going to tell you straight up, it's the Turbo token, right? We are in meetings all the time, all day, every day, looking at partnerships, creating AMAs, having people contact us that just want to get a piece of that yellow turbo toad. So as you can see, let me turn the spotlight on. As you can see, let me start the spotlight here. Turbo is pumping and keeps pumping. So you can see here, this is the crypto bubbles. You see Bitcoin is at 95,700. So once it gets back to an all-time high of over 100, right? When it gets to that 100, people like round numbers, right? When it gets to that 100, 100,000, people are going to sell off. And when they do sell off, they're going to sell into altcoins, right? Nobody's going to start all the way over. Some people are going to cash out, but it's a lot of pretty hard to get 100,000 out, right? So most people are just going to move it over to altcoin that's pumping, right? And when that happens, people are going to push over to that Turbo token. Can Turbo push through this black? Sure this can. We need to pump above this block, otherwise it's coming back down. That's a good question. We're going to look at the what is that? We're going to look at trading view in a minute. Let's look at the current crypto bubbles. Sui's up 4.6, Tao's up 6.9, Toshi's down 7%. Kato is up 7.3. Turbo token, the favorite meme, our favorite AI altcoin, whatever you want to call it, the multiverse of the crypto community. AIXBT is up 4.7, Nero's up 2.3, AIZ16's up 1.7, Flocky's up 2.2, Farcoin is up 4.2, AI Tech is up 8.2, Snake is down 6.8, Luna's up 2.3, Bear's up 3.3, Mog is up 5.5, Arrow's up 5.1. Excuse me. Bonk is up 6.1. Baby Dodge is up 2.5. Casper is up 1.2. I thought Casper would do a whole lot more considering this is the first day of the Crescendo update. Theta's up 3.5. Mr. Miggles is up 0.8. XLM is down 1.6. Bitcoin's down 0.9. Virtuals is down 0.8. Arch Block is down 3.1. I might pick up some Arch Block because it's down. Get it while it's red if you're getting anything. Bert is up 3.5. Arch Block is down 1%. Or Cam, actually. So I guess that's it for the bubbles. So current holders is 54,270 up, actually up 0.129%. So people are definitely looking at Turbo. What up, Roaring Toady? What's going on with you? Here we go, Turbo fan. What up, Roaring Toady? So if you can see here, holders here is 54,000. Last 4 hours, we picked up 25.05%. 12 hours picked up 60.11%. For the day, we picked up 123, up 0.23. Last 3 days, we picked up 43. And for the last week, we picked up almost 300 holders. If you can see that, I just realized it might be kind of small. If you can see those numbers, let's see. Can you see those? Maybe not. Might be kind of small. But yeah, Turbo is pumping. This looks like what is this? 5-3 Saturday. We lost 148 holders. And what day is this? This is yesterday we lost 64 holders. Interesting. But you can see here on the Turbo Aurora, which is the Turbo chain, which is Turbo's blockchain. If you're new to Turbo in the Turbo ecosystem. So currently there are 76 total accounts, 165 Turbo transfers. Oh, 116 total addresses. We've been at 116. We've been at 113 for almost maybe a month and a half. So it looks like we picked up 3 more addresses that are using the blockchain. Total tokens 144. Total blocks 13.6 million. Total transactions 3,443. We picked up some contracts because I want to say these contracts were 146. I got to go back and watch it live. I want to say there was 146, maybe 143. We're up to 149. So we picked up 3, give or take. We still have 36 total verified. And I mentioned Friday, actually, that we could possibly figure out a way to verify these contracts, have some kind of voting status or something. But let me know what you guys think about that as well. So let me go back over to CoinMarketCap. See what CoinMarketCap's saying about the Toad, the Turbo token Toad. Let's see where. Oh man, what the? Okay, here we go. So CoinMarketCap has Turbo up 1%, 1.2%, 138, 376.8 million, 173.9 million 24-hour trading volume. Let me see. What is this? This is actually the same thing. Oops. So let's look at Live Coin Watch says 005, 357.5 million, 188.2 million 24-hour trading volume. Last hour, it's down 0.31. Last 24 hours, it is up 1.32%. For the year, it is up 703. So it's doing better than Bitcoin and maybe not Ethereum. But we need Ethereum to keep pumping. As Ethereum pumps, so will we. What up, Cloud? What's going on, brother? Hey, BTM, what's going on? Turbo is rising. Yep. Fam, you guys are doing it. I don't know what's happening and what you're doing, but we're doing what I thought, who was that? We're doing what I thought Casper would do today. So let me know what you guys think and continue to diamond hand. Let me get my little diamond hand glove here. And you guys are working so much. We're working out the diamond hand, bro. But continue to hold. Let me take this down. Continue to hold in diamond hands because as you can see, the diamond hand glove has been putting in a lot of work. We've been holding tight and the price action shows it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat and continue to share the video. So here is the trader view, and this is the title. So currently we're at 005. If we were to get to the last all-time high, which is 0.014, which is 1 cent, that would be 164.5% push up from where we currently are. And I know, like, it's only a matter of time before we break that new all-time high. Sorry about that. Looks like the RSI is flat and starting to push up. So let me know. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me, guys? I'm back. We live. But yeah, it looks like we are pumping. Let me get a second there to confirm you can hear. Can you hear? Are you there? Okay, we live. Oh, wow. So this is pushing up on the 5-minute chart thing. So I guess you missed the part. Where was we? So if you can see here, Turbo's up 0.19, up 700%. Ethereum is up 1,274. So hopefully we'll press up. What up, Enoch? Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Bernard, and thank you, Ken, actually. Back to the charts. If you can see, I don't know if I was talking during the other part. Dang it, I hope I don't have to. So if we push back up to the all-time high, which is way up here, I thought I was up there. The frick? Yeah. So this is where we currently are. See if I can get this thing to work. I'm playing around with it. No. Oh, it is working. So if you see here from where we are now to the previous all-time high, and that ain't even the previous all-time high. I don't know what happened with the chart. You take this back up to 1.4, which should be right in here somewhere. Okay, that's close enough. Let me see this. So that's close. Is that 1.4? You can see here that is up 269.3% from where we currently are. Actually, dang it, I'm tripping. Okay, from here up. So from here would be not even up all the way. Dang it. Try to use technology, and this is what you get. This is what you get. Should be 100. That's good enough. So from here, which is 0.005 to 1.4 cents is actually 160%. I'm not sure if you guys heard that the first time. What up, Enoch? So I had to circle back. As you can see here currently, RSI is up on the 4 hour. Trying to zoom in a little bit, playing around with that, messed up my little chart. So this is the 0.006. Currently, we're at the 0.005. Looking at the 15-minute chart, the RSI, based RSI is at 55, and the regular RSI is coming up. You see, we have a green candle. 45-minute chart, got several green candles in a row. So I guess you guys are right. We are going to push up again. Might see a green candle today, a large green. I don't want to say a God candle, but we're going to see a big push up. Currently, we're at 52.7 on the RSI base moving average, and regular RSI is at 59. Looks like it's not moving on the hour chart. On the hour chart, looks like we are flat on the RSI base moving average, and RSI is 58. We'll check the 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart has a couple green candles. In the RSI, it looks like it's turning up to 60. And RSI base moving average is 53. Gonna change this over to the MACD real quick. So moving average is showing us we're building volume on the 4 hour chart. The MACD crossed Sunday and doesn't look like it's doing much today. So on the 1 hour chart, we're losing volume, had a MACD cross today and looks like it's going to cross again. In the 30-minute, looks like we're building volume. And I can't really see the MACD on the 30-minute. Let me see. Looks like it is not crossing. 15-minute. Looks like we're building volume and the MACD is separate on the 15. And on the 5-minute, looks like we're losing volume. Had a MACD cross. What up, Black Widow Phantom? What is going on? So I want to check one more thing. This is meme coins listing. Turbo is now at number 13 at 337.6 mil won. And we are right here under XPX 6900. And all spring and winter, we've been trying to get back up in this top 10 range. And you can see here, we are right under Brett and XPX 16. So we finally pushed past PopCat, AIZ 16, Mall Coin, Snake, Baby Dodge, Giga Chad, Toshi, and Squirrel. So we're getting close back to where we need to be. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit your main man up with a super chat. Just trying to keep the lights on in Turbo Toad Central. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think we're going to flip? Ooh, that's a long way. Flip Brett. So if we can get back to 600 mil won, right? 600 million, which is almost twice where we're at. That'll put us back in the top 10. And I think eventually we'll get back up to, I would say in the bull run, probably 3 or 4, right? We should be right here around Trump coin or bonk, at least in the 1 billion market cap. Some people are saying 30 billion to 40 billion. I'm just trying to get to a bill, right? Once we get to a bill, we can do some negotiating and working. Let's just get to a bill, right? But currently, if we get, what is that, roughly 323, 5, 14, 14, 140 million, maybe 150 million. That would get us back to 500 million. I know I'm saying 140 million, 150 million like it's nothing, but we could possibly be back there sooner than you think. So let me know if you guys agree or disagree or if that makes sense for you. And as always, let me see. Let's go to Twitter real quick. See what's going on Twitter. Make sure you sign up for the BTM Crypto News Network to stay current on your events and the cryptos that we are tracking and new crypto news. So this is Turbo lighting the way for the crypto community. This isn't just a meme coin, it's a movement. Purpose, together, we are making history. Join the Turbo Revolution. May the 4th be with you. So I posted this yesterday with our billions or nothing. I might have to take that May the 4th be with you out. But of course, this is the Turbo token, right? We're trying to get back to the billions. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Looks like we're actually pushing up today with the live streamers. That's pretty cool. Okay. So this is my main man, Crypto PPS. What's going on, brother? Turbo chart shows a possible bull flag pattern where a strong price rise flagpole followed by a brief consolidation flag. If the price breaks out upward, it often signals a continual uptrend. Breakout above the 200-day moving average with the volume would confirm. So he's saying with the flag, we could definitely push on up. I'm thinking so as well. What up, Rosa? Do you generally believe we can 150x from here? Definitely believe we can 150x from here. Just got to continue to hold and gravitate as people start making money in crypto, right? Like I just said a couple seconds ago. Hold on one second. Yeah, as people start making money in crypto, right? They're not going to cash out. They're going to sell what they made in Bitcoin or what they made in Ethereum and move it to a smaller token, i.e., Turbo, or move it to a alt token and continue to pump up, right? They're not going to cash out because it's going to be hard to cash out in a lot of instances. But if you do uh, move up, make some money, and then push it over to somewhere you can make more money, right? It doesn't make sense to cash out and have it sitting on exchange for 3 months when you can move it to something else and continue to make money. Uh, Turbo was birthed deep in the AI blockchain nexus, manifested from the future into now. A digital toad carrying wealth for those who are wise enough to see. If you don't hold Turbo by accident, it's destiny. The meme, the mission, the movement. So shout out to uh Turbo. I like that. Fair point. I'm trying to pump right now. Really, Aaron? What's going on? This is 5 minute chart. See what's going on here. It's doing. Oh, you're right. It is doing a little something. Got some volume building. See what these guys. Let me see. Where is it? Down, up 33%. You're right, Aaron. Looks like there's something going on. So this is Duwalt, I think. I don't know if I'm saying this wrong or not. Turbo looks, if we can make that a little bigger. Turbo looks forward to what's coming and remains calm. Turbo will pump 40% in the next 24 hours. Really, Stefan? That's what you think? Let me know if you guys agree with Stefan as well, or if that is a viable option. Um, Day one coming out. Turbo is on, has put the market on notice with a huge volume while the rest of the market remains flat. Don't let all other exchanges have fun. People's meme wants up it. What is up it? No, no, interesting. Diamond hands. How about a bath of diamonds? That's what the real ones manifest. We're not just holding, we're soaking in it. Turbo's just isn't a play, it's a destiny. Get it. Turbo is eyeing up this lost penny this week and is going after another and another, grinding, climbing, no shortcuts. Just relentless momentum. The throne of memes isn't giving, it's earned. Turbo's coming for what he is. So shout out to the Turbo and trying to get back to that penny. Shout out to Lynn Sanity. What's going on, brother? The Turbo chart is beautiful. We're bouncing off every support line, even when BTC is tanking. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Shout out to XP, XRP, XCD, Chris. Turbo holders are winning big. This chart shows an incredible journey. Those who hold through the dips are now reaping massive rewards. With the parabolic surge, Turbo's nearly up 10% from its lows, and the momentum is unstoppable. Are you ready for the next leg up in 2025? Follow for more hold worthy insights. So, shout out to the holder. Turbo's currently consolidating just above the key support level after breaking out with momentum. Prices holding well above the 50 EMA, showing sustained strength and healthy structure. We can see a light upper resistance zone acting as a ceiling for now, and a decisive breakout above the range could open the path towards the next leg up with potential for a significant move. Turbo's ready, starting with the sunrise. Full focus, no limit. Wait not for the right moment. Summon it with the fire of your wheel. I like that, actually. Wait not for the right moment. Summon it with, that's actually cool. Kind of like the image he's drawing there. Shout out to George. I guess this is the rest. Caspa asking Robinhood to spotless Turbo. Come on, you can't unsee what's happening right now. Turbo is on the rise. Let's freaking toad. So I guess these are Caspas. The stage is set. The lights are on. All eyes are on Turbo. Are you ready for the show? Turbo's always on fire. Always. Nice to have this kind of work. Shout out to the meme coin volume surge. While the meme coin market bleeds, Turbo bucks trend, volume up 104% to 189 million, market cap of 358. Bullish flags forming on a daily. Super trend flipped green on 2104 following 160% rally. Binance leads with 40 million in liquidity. Something is brewing. Yeah, something's happening here. Yo, the chart is trying to push. Definitely. One of the top meme coins by trading volume While most are bleeding, Turbo is climbing. It still holds massive upside, ready to chase giants in the market. Hold the first AI generated meme coin. So this is me from earlier. Actually, this was yesterday. Well, let's go to a video real quick. Let's see what Wealth Magna is talking about. Be right here.
Turbo fam, we are back with another video on Turbo, and today we're going to be taking another look at what Turbo has been doing in the market recently. And again, today is also a pretty decent day for Turbo. It has been going up as well, and we're going to be taking a look at the charts, how it has been going so far, and what it could be doing next. So before we do start with the video, do make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment down below on what you think about Turbo, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So let's get right into the video and head over to our screen. So we're over at our screen currently looking at Turbo, and it is also almost 12% up from yesterday. And we could see it did actually go a lot higher in the middle of the day, actually at about 12, almost 1 p.m. Current market cap at around 368 million and volume at 208 million, also more than double from what it was yesterday. So volume pretty good as well right here. And overall, we can see the graph has been decent. And if we take a look at Turbo on Deck Screener, we could see that it still is kind of going sideways. We could call this just, the regular up and down price action that we usually see right here. And no big move being made basically. So we are kind of stuck in this range for a bit. But again, the next target I would still say looks like the 450 to 550 million dollar market cap range, because again, that is one of the more significant next ranges that we have for Turbo, because it has been hit multiple times. Even we could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We still did hit this range, but again, it was only for a small amount of time. It was only for a couple of transactions, but then we came right back down. And we did just cross that $400 million market cap range. And for most part, we are headed to this upper range, 450 to $550 million market cap range, and just kind of going sideways for right now, just kind of calming down, chilling down, nothing too crazy going on. But again, also big things coming very soon as well, and we could see we are currently in this range. So again, just gotta wait, and it's just a matter of time and patience till we see the next big move happening with Turbo. So if we go back, look at what the community is saying, still 91% bullish. Turbo gearing up for the next move. Turbo is building momentum again, trading at 0.205278 with a slight 1.44 upstick after testing the 0.20467 support zone. Bulls are attempting a fresh bounce, and we could see some market snapshots and a trade setup. But that is again for if you do want to follow that. We could see Turbo Jets to the Moon. Turbo is heating up and might just be one of the 2025's biggest breakout tokens. As an AI powered meme coin is showing serious momentum with clear breakout pattern forming in the charts. Analysts are optimistic, with some predicting a potential run to 71 cents this year, which is an absolute huge number if Turbo is able to hit that, fueled by solid tech, growing hype, and the next bull cycle. Backed by strong community and expanding partnerships in gaming, Turbo looks ready to lead the AI meme coin space. Definitely want to keep on your radar. So again, the collaborations part and the partnerships is also a huge thing for Turbo. If you don't already know, Turbo has collaborated with a tons of companies. We could see right here with Near Protocol, Aurora Labs, all of these gaming companies that we could even see right here. And the list is absolutely huge. So again, these partnerships also do a lot for Turbo to gain the hype, and even grab some other members from other communities to Turbo. And even with the huge kind of spot exchange listings, it is an absolute huge list. Binance, Coinbase, KuCoin, Kraken, most of the biggest exchanges known in the world. It is already on them, and it's not an easy thing to do for meme coins. And if Turbo has done it, it obviously has some kind of strong back end to itself. So again, this is also a huge part of what Turbo is. And again, the community also very, very positive, and it is known for uh keeping turbos back even when it's not doing too great. We could see the turbo game is simple. Bullish targets ahead. Turbo just ripped from 0.2046 73, and the next staggering 4.7 billion volume and a meme coin momentum. Bulls are clearly in the driver's seat. So again, bulls are driving this, and this will most likely be the next upcoming thing in the meme coin market. So that was about it for this video, guys. In this video, we did take another look at Turbo, what it has been doing, and again, looking pretty good, and not too much big moves going on right now. Just waiting for Turbo to kind of go to the next level. And again, the next range we did take a look could be around the 450 to 550 million dollar market cap range, because it is a crucial kind of area of support and resistance. So again, see you in that zone soon. If you did enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment down below on what you think about Turbo, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.
So that was Wealth Magnet. Actually pretty cool. But
Turbo has been making
got this video as well. This is uh, uh being crypto being Turbo on the upswing.
We are seeing some massive green candles on a Sunday afternoon for Turbo. Here's the chart, 365 million market cap currently.
Good morning, Pip. What up, brother? Just got to shout you out there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get back to this video. Wow. Don't realize how Turbo had that many partners. Turbo's definitely growing like hot.
We were at 395 million just about an hour ago. And this is a great looking chart, because anytime we get near the bottom level price floor of around 300 million, buyers just rush in and they say, okay, well, I'm going to ape right now because we're not going to see these low prices again. So I might as well get my fill when I can. And keep in mind, Turbo is pretty much the only coin pumping today on this Sunday. Here's my meme coin watch list. These are not just coins I own. This is just my watch list. Pepe, Farcoin, Brad, SBX, Turbo, Mug, Baby Doge, and Toshi. As you can see, only two coins are in the green on today's chart, Farcoin and Turbo. Turbo up 6.5%. It was up about 15% a little while ago, and Farcoin is up 2.5%. Every other coin is in the red. And from a pure charting and technical analysis standpoint, Turbo is indeed looking good, because you want to see higher highs and higher lows. You don't want to just see a horizontal, consolidated channel. You want to see it trending up and to the right. So first, let's look at the lows. This is higher than that. That is higher than that. And then the highs, this high is higher than that. That's higher than that. So then you know where this green candle goes, up and to the right, to make this touch point higher than that touch point. And actually, Turbo, it is pretty much the only meme coin in the green today. So here's my personal portfolio of memes that I follow on CoinGecko. I don't own all of these. These are just the ones I like to keep tab on. You Pepe, Farcoin, Brett, SPX, Turbo, Mug, Baby Doge, and Toshi. Look at on the 24-hour, only two of them are in the green. Farcoin up a modest 1.4%, and then Turbo blowing away the competition, up 11%. Every other coin is in the red. So Turbo is hot, and then people were just starting to get maybe even mildly annoyed. Here's my video that I put up 2 days ago. On Friday, it's mostly, positive comments, load the toad, keep it up, Turbo and Toshi for the win, rocket ship. Then you have stuff like, no, stop falling. Well, it has certainly reversed that today. And today's gains, unlike Friday's gains, today's were due to not any one whale aping a large amount. The order book is actually pretty spread out. Here are all the buys from around 10 a.m. to noon. See different wallets, mostly 1,000, 2,000, $800, $3,000 purchases just spread across. That is a much healthier gain than a few whales, but still, I got no problem with whales buying. You might remember Friday I put up this video, 7-figure whales buying Turbo. Was actually just one guy. He aped a total of $435,000 in 7 clips Friday early afternoon. That was this green candle right here. His fill price, and slippage is a problem. He was, buying him heavy amounts. His fill price was about 0.07, but the price for everyone else at the time he was aping it was about 0.0054, exactly equal equal to current day prices. And so I believe that whale is just kind of aping Turbo as a blue chip long-term hold because he thinks the whole market is going to start going up soon. And then the long-term holds like Turbo, Brett, Pepe, they are going to pump with it. Let's see what people are saying about Turbo on Twitter. This guy wrote, Turbo forming reverse candles after testing support levels were expected to reach these swing highs. That's exactly what I'm saying with the higher highs and higher lows. Agree with that charting. So it said, looks like the cartel got their hands on Turbo. I think he means the cabal, not the cartel, but you get the point. And he posted the 3-minute chart from earlier this morning when this coin pumped about 15%. What else do we have here? This person shows that Turbo is #1 in his specific meme coin sector listed, up 17% at this point, only ahead of Pengu, Pepe, and Popcat. Let's check out the meme scene. Here's Turbo waking up with an energetic start to the day, jumping out of bed. I want that kind of energy when I wake up. Then Turbo just hit up the skate park, and he doesn't just skate. He defies physics, no gravity, no rules, just raw stuff. He doesn't just defy gravity in the skate park. He defies gravity on the charts as well. Then we have Turbo with this sort of transcendentalism. The world you see is the echo of your belief. Close your eyes, believe intensely, and manifest your reality. Always pushing positivity. That is it for Turbo. Anyways, Turbo Army, love you guys. Drop a comment down below. Give me a price prediction for this week. Give me anything you want to say. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I'll be back later with a new video. Bankrupt signing out. Catch you later. We are seeing some massive green.
Good morning, Doc McLovins. What up, fam? So this is who's this? This is Crypto Bean pushing forward to Trading Sniper and Clink Crypto. So let's see what Trading Sniper has to say real quick.
How are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only Turbo coin. This coin does not fail me at all, ladies and gentlemen. This coin continues to exceed expectations. We talked about in the last video how, it's very, very possible that, with the weekly candle we saw, that it was very, very likely that we are going to see some type of retracement. Now, I still think there's a very good chance. However, we can see that even though it sold off on Saturday, on Sunday, it has recovered, leaving us a different type of weekly candle, right? So if Turbo closes anything like this, I would still probably expect a little bit of a pullback, but it does mean that there's a lower and lower chance that we will be coming into this zone. Now, I will say, right, at this current moment, we are kind of still struggling to break past these highs, right? We can see that it's pretty much a double top, and then we can see that we have a nice big 4-hour wick, which means there's usually going to be some type of order block candle there, and we can see we actually tap into this candle right here perfectly on the hourly chart. So two things, right? The way this is trading just screams institutional to me, right? Anytime a currency pair or a crypto is trading into order blocks and it is trading this type of way, means that it is heavily manipulated, okay? Which is good because, ladies and gentlemen, the reality is all the markets are super manipulated, and that's just how the world works. And when you have a meme coin that's not getting manipulated by big institutions, then you know what? There's a good chance your meme coin probably won't do well this cycle. And that is just a harsh reality. So when I see this type of price action, it actually really, really excites me because I do believe, we do cover the micro levels here on the channel. But ultimately, if we're looking from point A to point Z, the future is looking fantastic. It is looking bright. It is looking like we are going to be hitting very, very big, massive pumps because I could see the institutional trading that is occurring here. Now, in terms of the charts, right, when we look, we can see that we are kind of consistently creating higher and higher lows, although we are kind of, not creating higher highs. Okay. We can see over here that boom, we do have one nice low. And then we can see, boom, we have another nice low. And then guess what? Another nice low that's getting higher and higher. Now, this does technically still scream bullish, right? Because although there is a roof, our floors are getting higher. I will say though, since since something like Turbo or just other altcoins, it's not as just simple as the coin itself. Okay. Yes, the coin can be doing good. Yes, the coin can have good narratives and such. But the thing is, it's all kind of always tied back down to Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. So, if this was just a normal Forex pair, for example, then I would probably be super, super bullish on it, right? I still am on the weekly and like, for the short term or short, medium, and long term. But if we're talking about the super, super short term, I am, most likely still thinking that there's going to be some type of pullback, okay? Because we do have Bitcoin starting to sell off very, very, very slowly. Now, the thing is, technically, right? The thing is, technically, with something like Bitcoin, right? As long as it kind of keeps holding this price and kind of keeps creating higher lows as well, then Bitcoin can kind of keep rallying up. But I do believe there will just be simply 1 week for Bitcoin, especially with how weak this Bitcoin candle is, where we kind of retrace back to 91, 92,000 for a proper retest. Okay. That is what I'm still looking out for. So, like I said, if there was going to be a little bit of a pullback, it wouldn't even be that high for Bitcoin. At max, what we talked about, maybe going to 90K. And even if it did that, what, like 6%, meaning altcoins probably dump 10 to 11% average, meme coins 15 to 20%. So even if Turbo did retrace, have a 20% retracement, it wouldn't even be that far back, right? It wouldn't even be that far back. If we go look, 20% from here is probably like what? Yeah, down to these levels. So it's still within the range, right? It's still within the range. For me, just the way I've been taught with trading and just what I've always liked to see is always the most fundamental pullbacks. But the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, I know once kind of the crypto market has its green light, it doesn't really need to pull back, right? If we have something similar to what we had over here, right? Yes, there were certain zones where it could have, retested off of, pulled back a little bit, and it did, right? It pumped, slowed down for 2 weeks, and then it had another massive pump. And the exact same thing can very well happen. If we do not want to go back lower and we simply start creating more and more higher lows, then we will just continue pumping up. And we can, because like I talked about previously, but I'll say it again, is that there's a lot of imbalance, right? There's literally a lot of imbalance up until I would say 0.008 is the main zone. Okay. Plus, then we also come back into some type of support and resistance. So the reality is we can just be kind of ranging between these smaller, less relevant zones instead of having a full fundamental pullback, and we can just retest, bounce off, push above, right? I'll draw it out for people. It's just so simple, right? Even if we reject, we could just kind of technically continue bouncing off of here until we finally get to this zone, and that's when things might just slow down a little bit more before we continue pushing up. Because like I said, there's not much support and resistance up until this big green box. Okay. And like I said, once something's super bullish, it doesn't need massive, massive corrections of, 30%, 40%, something like that. Because the reality is, if we did, come back all the way down here, this would actually be a fairly big correction, right? If we actually remove this, do something like this, and we take it from here at this point, right? Roughly, it's going to be roughly 40%. Okay. So 40% correction is very, very, very big. Now, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if we're necessarily going to get that, especially that out of all the coins, Turbo seems to be the one that just wants to pump higher and higher, right? We can see Turbo is like the only green coin in the market at this current moment. All of these are Forex pairs and such, but literally from the cryptos we hold, this is the only green currency, right? If we go to crypto bubbles, right? We go on the day, if we do from the 100 to 200 range, because that's where we're at, there's not many coins that are green. A lot of them are red. A lot of them are red, right? You have a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Turbo is by far the biggest one, right? This one, I mean, technically it's this coin, but we literally marked it up. It was like 15%. Even if we go to the top 100, it's just a handful of coins that are green, right? Most coins are getting some type of correction. So it really makes you think that, hey, Turbo could be that anomaly where, even if there's some type of, pullback, maybe the pullback won't be that strong, right? Because our chart is very different and unique, where, like I said, we have a lot of imbalance up to 0.008. So, we just have to monitor it. At the end of the day, right, for something like this does not really matter to me. Okay. I have my turbo purchases already, right? I bought a lot of turbo, at the bottom, somewhere in the middle, even a little bit higher up here, very small positions, right? Even up here, small positions. But generally, I have a lot here and even here and just in this zone area, right? So I'm chilling. I am chilling. And I even have some from all the way. Actually, I have a very big bag from all the way over here, right? Was it smart of me to just hold and not ever sell? I mean, kind of in a way, but not really. I could have technically taken some profits, rebought and made more money. But my plan this cycle is very simple: just hold from A to Z, right? Which is something, that's something else, right? That can discuss another time. But yeah, look, um, overall, I'm super, super bullish. Like, all these micro moves don't really matter to me, right? It doesn't matter if turbo, does get corrected here now or later or whatever is going to happen, because ultimately it is looking very, very fantastic. I will say though, right, something I did not say is that we are rejecting off this 3 monthly order block candle. So is probably why we're struggling a little bit. So if we were to ping pong, I mean, it would literally make the most sense to come back here from a fundamental standpoint. But once again, in terms of percentages, that is just a very, very big drop, 37%, which, I mean, it's doable, but how likely, I'm not too sure. Maybe if there's a big liquidity sweep of Bitcoin going back to 89K with Bitcoin dominance shooting up, maybe there's a chance where we have that type of sweep. I will put a buy limit. I will say right now, I will have a buy limit, right, over here on the rectangular box of 0.0035, right? I will have a buy limit as my final purchase for Turbo, just because, me, ladies and gentlemen, I am going all out with crypto. I am just putting most of my, net worth in it, most of the money I make. So, you know what? Some call it addiction. I call it, passion. I call it seeing the future. But yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today is the official day where Caspa has officially gone live.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Christina here. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Doing an update for you today on Turbo. This is like one of the hottest projects of this bull cycle of the past 2 years, meaning 2024 and 2025. Almost every investor at least has a moon bag of this in their portfolio, and it is one that I strongly believe you should continue to hold through the bull cycle, at least a small bag, because this does have more gas left in the tank and pumping potential. Let's hop into the chart. We're working with the price currently of 2 zeros 47.84 for the past 24 hours. We have an all-time low of 2 zeros 46.12 with an all-time high of 2 zeros 52.93. Moving on into the 7-day view, we have a clear, distinct incline happening. It's up 61.55%. We have an all-time low of 2 zeros 29.56 with an all-time high of around 0056.19. 1 month view, it's looking even more bullish here. It's up 137.53%. We have an all-time low of around 2 zeros 13.79 with an all-time high of around 2 zeros 56. Then moving on into the 1-year view, an all-time high for the year at the 1 cent line. Then, of course, all-time high for the entire project is the 1 cent line, specifically 0.012. Community sentiment on this is strong. 195K votes on this. 91% of those 195K votes are bullish on the project. Very small percentage of 9% is bearish. This, and the chart looks totally normal, totally bullish looking. We're getting another leg up here. at the 005556 mark. And I think in no time, this will be shooting back up to that all-time high, and it has the potential to hit around like 30 cents. I would say 30 to 50 cents. 50 cents is more of the really bullish price prediction. 30 cents is a little more reasonable. But I do think this has the potential to get to that point. So if you hold a bag of this, do not sell, guys. And again, when I say that, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I would not be selling like your entire bag of turbo. I would still have at least a moon bag of this, because you could make a really nice chunk of money on it, in my opinion, this bull cycle. Moving on into exchange listings, I have like no constructive criticism for this project in terms of exchange listings. It's got like all of them. It's got Binance, it has Coinbase, it has crypto.com. I believe this is available on Kraken. Let me double check. So really like the only one left in terms of tier ones is Robinhood. This is one of those projects that, in my opinion, of course, it's not going to load when I want it to. Let me just refresh. But the thing is, and while it's refreshing, I'll just talk for a second. With exchange listings on this project, this was one of those that was like not like overly affected by tier one exchanges. I mean, yes, there was a little bit of pumping when it got Binance. There was a little bit of pumping when it had Coinbase, but like not like huge pumps. Okay, it is available on Kraken as well. So it has most of the tier ones, and with just the exception of Robinhood. So I think this is going to pump with the rest of the meme coins, because in recent weeks, well, let me go back for a second. I think this is going to pump with the rest of meme coins in June, July, August, into the fall, into December 2025. Because when everything else had like that little pump last week, Turbo was also pumping with all those meme coins. So Turbo is, I don't want to say like really correlated to other meme coins, but like they are related in some way. So like when you see Brett pumping a little bit, and altcoins like Ethereum, Caspa, Bitcoin, Solana, okay, when those start pumping a little bit and then the meme coins start to follow, Turbo is usually in that mix. When Brett starts to pump a little bit, this starts to pump a little bit. When Pepe starts to pump a little bit, this starts to pump a little bit. And then other like low cap meme coins, Turbo's usually in that mix, and they all kind of pump together. We still have altcoin season upon us. We still have a meme season upon us. So I think there's big things to come in the summertime. I think the bull cycle will be back in the summertime, and Turbo will be pumping with the rest of the market. So in a nutshell, if you have Turbo, continue to hold it. This is a great short-term and long-term play. So definitely great. I will keep you posted on this.
So shout out to the Turbo Tote community, the Turbo Tote Warriors, Turbo Turn Up. And this is the 5-minute chart. Aaron, you said it is pumping. I do see some volume and the MACD crossed. And you're actually right. 15 minutes says it's pumping as well. Currently, I don't know why. Oh, wow, you're right. It's up 2% in the last hour. 363.1 million market cap. So we will see. Currently, we're still under PopCat, but we got a long way to go, guys. To get to 500 million, right? It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to be at least a week or a couple days, but you guys are right. And thanks for your support. Thanks for sharing, and subscribing. And go ahead and hit your main man up with a super chat. The price is breaking out. Okay, Aaron, we're still here holding 2 mil. Upped my bag from 1 mil. Okay, Jason, I see you out here. I see you out here trying to take over the world. But don't forget about the little people when you become who is that? Elon or what's my man? Bezos, right? Don't forget about the little people who helped you get started. I'm just saying. I should have thrown in my life savings. We all knew Turbo would pump. Okay, again, this is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. But I can't tell anyone to put their life savings into any crypto, guys. Take it easy, greasy, right? I mean, that's now. So let's see how it does the rest of the week. Either it's gonna pump or it's gonna pull back. So put in the chat, what do you think? Pump or pull back? Or put a fire emoji in the chat. I think we'll squeeze. We never have time for Ro though. I think we'll squeeze one more quick video in. Let's see what this guy's talking about. And we'll shut it down for the day. So let's see what actually which one of these videos are newer. 22 hours. Yeah, let's see what this guy's talking about again.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Linux Crypto. Welcome to a new video here on Turbo. Wanted to do
All right, Pip, are we all invited to your gazillionaire party? Well, let me know. Then go ahead and start printing those invites. But let's finish this video and we'll be back.
Cool updates here, mostly technically, all right? And there's also technically there's plenty to talk about right here, so that's what we'll do. And it's a very interesting structure here. I've talked about Turbo before, of course, and I've covered Turbo for over a year already. So well, welcome back to all of you who follow my Turbo videos. But yeah, like I said, it's very interesting. I mean, Turbo to me still looks bullish. It's obviously, I mean, it's a meme coin, and therefore at some point of time, I do think we'll reject again, and that's also historically what we have seen from Turbo, right? It always ends in it always ends historically at least in quite a big pullback. So that's also something we should be aware of. But short term here, even though there are some divergences we need to talk about, I mean, the volume keeps getting lower. The open interest keeps getting lower and the RSI is getting lower. So that's a triple bearish divergence. I still think we have a high chance of breaking out, and I'll tell you why. But yeah, so that's what we'll talk about. Let's get right into it. If you have any questions or if you want to discuss this, let me know down in the comments, or better yet, because there's a lot of spammers and scammers in the comments, join the Telegram or the Discord. All right, there you can always reach me, and I try to respond as soon as I can. But so far, what we're seeing from Turbo is that if you zoom all the way out, we're basically in this range that Turbo was also in back between June 2024 and October 2024, right? So that's between 0.75 cents, so 0.0075, and 0.71 cents. Main resistance, super strong resistance as well. And then what you have a couple of levels in the middle. One of them being the POC, right? So the POC sometimes is referred to as the middle of the range, as in that is the area where most of the volume has been traded. And you can see right here that it's a bit of an area right here where you have a high volume node at 0.45 and a high volume node at 0.41. So I would argue that is, well, 0.41 is the POC, but I would argue that this is the POC zone. And what you can see is that with the price action so far, we've been able to consolidate on top of that. All right. So structure-wise, zoomed all the way out, that already gives me a bullish bias on Turbo. All right. And then we also know, like, these divergences, I do think we need to know about them, and we do now. However, divergences don't always mean that the price will fall down. Right. And I think a lot of you that do a lot of trading know that, right? I mean, if you see an RSI divergence or a volume divergence, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's over. We could also see one major move up, which will provide us with a high time frame divergence, because these are all divergences on the 4-hour time frame. On the daily time frame, maybe we also have it. But it's a lot less clear, right? There we actually did not make a higher high with the price, so it's not a divergence. But therefore, given the fact that we are still consolidating on top of the POC, given the fact that we're still gaining a lot of open interest here and there, and spot volume, by the way, I mean, spot volume last 24 hours is up 150%. Volume now is up to $235 million on a $370 million market cap. So therefore, I have to say that, and the markets are also a bit shaky, So it's quite risky for me to say this, but I would say it's most likely we're still going to get that bullish breakouts into that main resistance zone between 0.71 and 0.75 cents. And then from there, I think we'll find resistance and we'll reject back down. I think that's a better candidate to get that pullback, which we always get for Turbo, than where the prices are right now. And I think the price action confirms that. But I'll keep you updated on that. I mean, it's never certain, of course, predictions and crypto. And I would say the main invalidation zone for this would be around 0.46 cents. All right, so that's the upper edge of that point of control area. If we drop down below that, which, you know, if we get some very bearish news, then that is a possibility. So if we drop down below that, then I think that's the cue to say, all right, this is invalidated, and we'll most likely drop back down into support at 0.35 and 0.3 cents from here. But those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know about Turbo for now. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, take care. Have a great Monday. Have a great week, and bye.
Well, actually, we do got a couple minutes, so let's go ahead and play this video from Ro before we close it out. Again, thanks for joining. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, and thanks for supporting your main man, BTM, on the Crypto News Network. Turbo, turn up. Freaking chair stuck on this. What is this rug I got down here? But let's see what Ro's talking about and finish the show up.
Time until retail wakes up. Guys, genuinely, Turbo could be the next Shiba Inu or the next Doge of this 2024-2025 bull run. If you guys didn't know, coins that did really well in the previous cycles don't often come back to run again. But Turbo, being that this is its first cycle, is one that you need to pay very close attention to. Turbo holders, what a beautiful day it is, because Turbo is pumping yet again in a sea of red. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Ro. We cover the latest and the greatest crypto content. I try to help you guys find the next 10, 20 to 100x gems. So if you guys are new around here, subscribe, because I upload every single day 2 to 3 videos, and you can make sure that one of those is always going to be a Turbo upload. With that being said, guys, let's hop into today's video. I do need to emphasize by saying Turbo is on a realm of its own. Okay, this is on another tier, Turbo family. Thank you, first of all, for the love and support, because the Turbo family always shows up. You can see, guys, in the last 24 hours, up 13%. Like, where is this even coming from, right? If we go over to the overall crypto market cap, look, a lot of these projects in the last 24 hours are red, right? If they are green, it's like very minimal percentages, right? Look at all this. It's a sea of red. You'll find like 1 or 2 green ones, and at that, they're up like, you know, 2%, 3%. Shout out to literally Turbo, because it is crushing the game. It's on a realm of its own. It kind of has a mind of its own, and it kind of moves on its own as well, which obviously I think is super cool. Now, in terms of volume as well, up 55%. This thing is crazy. The amount of volume that it does, it makes sense why all these exchanges decide to list it. What is it, like 126? Let's double check over here. List on over 125 exchanges. It makes sense. If you are an exchange, Turbo is probably like your like golden child right now, because the volume that it is bringing into these exchanges, guys, is crazy. 16% over on Binance, 4% on Coinbase, 11% on OKX, 9% on Gate.io. This thing, guys, it's on a realm of its own, guys. Turbo, I don't see how you can't hold any up. If you've been watching my videos for a while, especially a couple weeks ago, you know, when everything was red, or maybe this was even closer to a month ago, when things were red, when no one really wanted to get into crypto, you know, I was getting a lot of comments saying, dude, stop talking about Turbo, like it's finished, blah, blah. If you have been accumulating at those times, you are doing so good right now. And I still do get a bunch of comments saying, yo, like Turbo isn't moving. I mean, like, guys, are you seeing this? Like, are you seeing the rallies that Turbo is having? Right? Just from the lows that we were at, it's pumped over 300%. Now, not a lot of projects could attest to that. Not a lot of projects have done a 4x in the last couple weeks. But Turbo, again, has a mind of its own, right? A meme coin made by AI for the people. The dev is literally doxed. Again, not a lot of meme coins that could come out and say that. 69 billion a total supply. Contract renounced, no taxes. Total supply is 69. Everything is circulating, and it has a super cool narrative, right? The narrative is that A man went on to GPT, asked it to make a meme coin with a budget of $69. Turbo came to life, and that's kind of where we are at right now. Now, listen, Turbo family, there are still a lot of underrated projects out there that you guys can still get into. And if you want to know where to find those next entries, check out the private Discord, guys. You get access to my buy and sell alerts. You get to be a part of a team of active traders who are all after the same goal that you are. Trust me, guys, they're all hungry. They're from different walks of life, but they all want that financial, mental, location, and time freedom. And I'm certain if you really stick with your trading strategy and your convictions for this bull cycle, I promise you guys, you will end up on the other side a winner. You guys need to remember that crypto is a one-sum game, right? So if you're winning, that means somebody else is losing. There's no holding hands. Let's all take profits together, especially these bigger YouTubers, guys. They're going to be telling you, oh, Bitcoin 200,000, Ethereum $10,000 a cycle, big Ethereum $20,000 a cycle. When you start hearing stuff like that, literally take profits and exit the market. One of the best indicators to that is obviously the fear and greed index. Over here sitting at 53, which still at neutral. The moment it goes to extreme greed, guys, pay close attention to your bags. Now, Turbo, again, bounced off of that demand area, or didn't even get close to that demand area. Actually, I told you guys there is very strong demand at the 204 mark, bounced off of the first time over up to that 2054. And from there, guys, you can see that, we had a little bit of a sell-off, didn't necessarily reach that demand area yet again because the buyers, the bulls were way too strong, pushed this thing back up to that price point. Now, I really do want to see a close above that and a continuation onto that 206 and then ultimately 207 and then, back to previous all-time highs. That would be ideal. But again, what Turbo does, it can't be predicted at this point, right? While everything else is red, Turbo is literally green, going crazy. Make sure you guys go follow them over on X. And I want to say, if you're part of the Turbo community and you aren't posting over on X, get up, go make a post, talk about why you're bullish about Turbo, talk about why you love Turbo. Because listen, guys, trust me, your posts make a difference. Retail investors, there's a lot of them over on X, and they're looking for the next project to get into. So you never know. Your project might be the one, or your post might be the one that gets them in. Energetic start for Turbo. Day is ours. Let's go. Professor Turbo just dropped the equation for generational wealth. Buy Turbo plus buy more Turbo. Turbo, hold until 50 cents. It's not rocket science, it's turbonomics. Class is in session. Do not be late. Again, like even just posts like this, right? It gets the community talking about it. It gets the ticker Turbo out there, and it just brings more awareness to the project. Turbo is on fire. It could be the ultimate gem for 2025. This AI meme coin is showing insane potential with a clear breakout pattern on the chart. Analysts are buzzing. Predictions suggest Turbo could soar to 0.71 this year, driven by its innovative tech and the upcoming bull run with strong community support and strategic partnerships in gaming. Turbo is poised to dominate the AI meme. Don't sleep on this one. Follow for more explosive updates. Go follow him. Holder Casper. Most mentioned ticker in the last hour. There you go. That literally shows you guys how much people are talking about it. Turbo is experiencing a bullish momentum with a recent breakout above the 20 MA, indicating a potential reversal from previous declines. Key support is around 20475, while resistance is near 20575. The MACD shows a bullish cross. The RSI is approaching overbought levels, suggesting short-term consolidation. Now, I don't know whose wallet this is. Says Peg like wallet. Again, shout out to him. Great member of the community. But wow, they are buying Turbo like crazy. Big money knows Turbo is going to change lives. Blue chip meme coin out here. ChatGPT perfected the AI meme coin. Literally, guys, whoever wallet this is, you guys are gobbling up some Turbo. Over a million, over what is that? 750 million and what? You have over 1 billion Turbo tokens. That is ridiculous. Also, Turbo is somehow named top 5 altcoins by AltRank. That is super cool to see. We absolutely love to see that. That's cool. I don't even know what these other ones are right now. I know there's like some alpaca one. I feel it's kind of a disgrace that Turbo is even in the same circle as this alpaca thing. Don't really know what it is, but hey, Turbo, I know it's going to print you guys some returns. Obviously, not financial advice, guys. Please do your own research, your own due diligence before you buy into anything. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only here to entertain you guys and maybe educate you guys along the way. If you enjoyed, subscribe and hit the bell. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. God bless you guys and peace.
So shout out to Ro, one of the hardest working people in the Turbo Toe community, making a video every day, 2 or 3 times a day. And Aaron, you're right, it did get rejected. Looks like we're coming back down. So I guess we wait. Maybe we'll push up again, but we will see. But thanks for joining. Thanks for like, sharing, and subscribing, and super chat. Don't forget to join your main man BTM's Twitter X page, whatever you want to call it, to stay updated on events. And we might do a Casper live later. Thanks for joining. And as always, let's load the toad and let's get back to the money and stay weird. It's your main man BTM signing out. Stay dangerous. Miners out.